Hello and welcome. I'm Yoga Mama Jess. I'm so glad to see you. We're going to take it nice and easy today. I like to say easy like Monday morning, which it is right now, but this is a great this great yoga class to do anytime that you want to just get a nice, great full body stretch. So let's get started. Go ahead and make your way onto your knees. We're going to start in our child's pose. Now, some days it feels really good to keep your knees close together. That offers a little bit more rounding in the spine. However, some days it feels better to keep your big toes together and bring your knees nice and wide. That gives a little bit more stretch in the spine. So just take a few moments here, try on both ways and see which one feels the best. You can reach your arms overhead, or maybe stack your hands or your fists to create a little pillow for your forehead. And allow your body to settle into this child's pose. Go ahead, close your eyes. And let's take these next few moments to really tune into our breath. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. Working now to make each breath a little bit longer and a little bit deeper than the previous breath. With your inhale, feel your breath move down your spine, into your lower back and your hips. On your exhale, completely empty out those lungs. Just taking this time now to find your nice cleansing breath. But also remember to keep this breath with you, not only here while you're on your yoga mat, but taking this breath with you when you leave the yoga practice. Now reaching your arms out in front of you if they're not already there. With your next inhale, lift all the way up and then drop your hips, shift forward, maybe lift your feet up off of your mat. Exhale, release, sink your hips down and back, child's pose. Again, inhale, lifting up, shifting forward, pressing your heart in between your arms. And then exhale, slide it back. Just take your time here. I always like to say, moving with your breath, not moving with my breath. But we're getting the body moving a little bit slower today. So find what feels good. Maybe it feels better to keep your feet on the ground. That's perfect. Keep sliding your shoulders down away from your ears. Maybe start to turn your gaze up to the sky. Please take one more round here. With your next inhale, lift up to all fours and find your table pose. Bring your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. And just a reminder, when we're here on our knees, you can always slide a towel under your knees for a little extra cushion. Now from this table pose, find your breath as we move into our cat and cow. On your next inhale, drop your belly, turn your gaze up, tailbone goes up. Exhale, round your spine, chin to your chest, tuck your tail. Inhale, open up, gazing up. Exhale, rounding the spine, cat stretch. Really press down through the palms of your hands. Just starting to move our spine in all different directions, which not only feels really great, but it also helps to alleviate or prevent any back pain that we might get as we go through our normal day-to-day. Please take one more round. Exhale, round the spine, cat stretch. And find your way back to table, neutral spine. Now with your gaze looking down, reach your right arm out in front of you, just starting to find your balance here. You might feel that core engage right away. Now bringing in some shoulder circles. So with your inhale, circle the arm all the way up. Gaze can follow the fingertips. Exhale, circle the arm back and release down. Now left arm, inhale, reach the arm forward and up. Exhale, circle the arm back and down. Now these first couple might feel a little rocky. I know mine sure do. Got a little crackling going on too. But I promise after a couple of rounds, the shoulder joint will loosen up so we can get that nice full rotation. Getting a nice stretch through the shoulder and the chest. Inhale, circle forward and up. Exhale, circle back and release down. Let's take one more shoulder roll on each side. And then once you finish, walk your way all the way up to standing on your knees. So again, if you need a little extra cushion under those knees, go ahead, grab a towel or even fold your mat in half. Now from here, extend your right leg straight out to the side. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, reach out through your right fingertips. Reach, 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 like you're going to touch the wall. And then gently lower the right hand to right leg, left arm reaches overhead. Breathing here in our gate pose. Roll that left shoulder open, but at the same time reaching through the left fingertips. Breathe into that nice opening in your left ribs. You might also feel a great stretch through the right leg. Now gaze can look up to the sky. If that's not comfortable, look straight ahead or even down towards your right leg. This is one of my favorite stretches, and I always think it feels better the second time around. Might be a little foreshadowing for you there. Now with your next inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bring your left hand under your left shoulder as you reach your right arm overhead, drawing a nice long line from right fingertips to your right toes. Now stay here. If you'd like to add a little balance, just lift the right foot off the ground. For those of you who might be looking for a little bit more, bend your right knee, reach back to find your foot. Now press that foot into the palm of your hand, really opening up the front side of your body and also sneaking in a little balance. So whichever pose you choose here, keep that breath nice and steady. Now if you've got your foot, gently release. No slingshot. Extend your arm, extend your leg. Now lower the right foot back to your mat. Inhale up to center. You guessed it. Exhale, reach out through the right fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. Right hand down, left arm overhead. What do we think? Feels better the second time around? Inhale back up to center. Exhale, release, arms down, slide your right knee in, take a nice little shoulder roll, and then extend your left leg out. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, reach through your left fingertips. Left hand down, right arm overhead. Roll that right shoulder open. Breathe into that nice opening in the right ribs. Again, maybe looking up, maybe straight ahead or down towards your left leg. And yes, this side might feel very different from the other side. That's normal. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, right hand down. Bring your right hand below your right shoulder. Left arm reaches overhead. Just taking a nice long stretch from left fingertips to left toes. Again, stay here. Maybe lifting the left foot off your mat, finding your balance. If you need a little more, bend your knee. Reach back, find your foot. And then press that foot into the palm of your hand, really opening up the front side of your body. Again, if you've got your foot, gently release. Inhale, extend your arm, extend your leg. Exhale, gently lower that foot, come back up to center. Arms down, knee in, shoulder roll. Bring your hands back to your mat. Finding your way back to your table pose. Now from here, walk your hands one hand print forward. So hands are just slightly in front of your shoulders. Now really spread your fingers, plant your palms. Tuck your toes. With your next inhale, lift your hips. Taking our downward facing dog. Extend your arms out from your shoulders. Extend your legs out from your hips. Now really let your head hang here. Shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Just let that head hang in between your arms. Now, if you've got some tightness in the hamstrings today, maybe bend the knees a little bit, or even bring your feet wider than your hips, maybe even wider than your mat. Keep pressing your hands forward, shifting your hips back over your legs. With your next inhale, really lengthen through your spine. Send those sits bones up to the sky. Exhale, release, knees down to your mat, hips to your heels, child's pose. Now remember at the beginning of our yoga practice, I talked about when your knees are close together, you get more rounding in your spine. And when your knees are further apart, you get more stretching in your spine. So maybe try on the other child's pose if you haven't yet. And then one more time, one more downward facing dog. Walk your hands out in front of you. Feel that stretch in your spine. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Now again, maybe bring your feet a little bit wider apart. That's perfect. And then bend your right knee, press your left heel down. And then bend your left knee, press your right heel down. Just walk out this dog, alternating the bend in the knee. I always think this feels so good. Getting a great stretch down the back sides of the legs. Now bring your heels back towards your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, gently lower down to your knees. And then just slide your legs over to one side so you can bring your hips all the way down to your mat. Good morning. Move a little bit closer to the front of your mat. Extend your arms, extend your legs. Now if you'd like to work your core, slowly roll all the way down. If you don't want to work your core and you just want to get down to the ground ASAP, bend your knees and just roll it all the way down. Either way, once you reach the ground, stretch the arms overhead, stretch the legs nice and long. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Open your mouth. Let it go with a big sigh. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Stretch the body really long. Fill up those lungs. Open your mouth. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock it side to side, giving your spine a little massage. Now find your way back to center. Open your arms straight out like a capital T. Let both knees drop over to the right. Turn your gaze to look over your left shoulder. Try to keep your left shoulder down on the ground. Breathe into this gentle twist. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, knees to the left. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, knees back to center. Grab a hold of your feet. I like to grab the inner arches, but it might be more comfortable for you to grab the outer edges of your feet. Grab your feet and just kind of give them a little massage. Give them a little squeeze. And then bring your feet wide. Pull your knees down towards your armpits. This is our happy baby pose. And maybe rock it side to side. Happy baby is a great way to release any tension you might be hanging on to in that lower back. Also a great little foot massage. Now find your way back to center. Knees in. Rock yourself up to seated or roll onto one side and press your way up to a seated pose. Arms down to your sides, maybe hands at your heart. I'd like to thank you so very much for joining me for this great full body stretch. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.